Okay. So, yeah, it's 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning, US and GSA worldwide participants. My name is Tzafir Lav. I'm Global VP Sales of AimBetter. I'm really excited to be here and present AimBetter for the GSA for the first time. I hope that after this webinar, you will get the feeling and understanding how unique and important it is to implement AimBetter in the federal and other vertical companies. We are, as you see, you can actually purchase AimBetter in the GSA portal with no tender. If you are not a GSA federal company and you do want to purchase AimBetter, we have channels, partners all over the States, Europe, Africa, APEC, and so on. So we are a worldwide company ready to get your orders. We are GSA approved, ISO approved, GDPR, EPA approved, and welcome to AimBetter webinar. For the last 3 years, we have more than 800 companies. As you can see in vertical companies in manufacturing, logistics, factory, ISV, retail, healthcare, government of Italy and other unicorn, and they're all using AimBetter for the last 3 years. It's actually more than one client per business day. I think it's really significant and great. Companies like Amazon actually using us for their factories, Monday.com.
Sorry, Tzafir, we are not seeing your screen.
So RTPS unique approach, real-time problem solving. We are collecting, we are doing independent discovery. We're not waiting for the device to give us alerts. We're actually doing independent discoveries from all kind of environment of the IT infrastructures. Metadata, we don't collect data, content, only metadata. We going up to the cloud, we're doing powerful computing over the cloud. We analyze everything. We do cross-information machine learning to give you immediately results for all the IT team. And that's why the RTPM, the real-time problem solving, is really unique and a different way that you regular working as today with regular monitor that just give you a lot of alerts without 3 important steps: the online root cause and the solving recommendation, and automatically OS system DBA capabilities, like you have little agents working all the time, checking, do the cross information, and then actually giving you the root cause and how to fix it with the recommendation, solving recommendations. Very important, it's only 5-minute installation, immediate results. So it's really easy to implement, easy to start working with AimBetter. That's why, as I explained, we're doing our own discovery, understand with cost information, and then give you the fixing solution. That's why we have the better system stability for you, smoother user experience, safe IT environment, faster recovery, saving money on hardware, because usually this is the answer for all the systems, application, database explanation. You need to upgrade CPU, memory, I/O servers, split DBA databases. It's very expensive. So you don't need it when you work with AimBetter. We actually can save by 80% the root cause and the fixing time, and saving money on DBA hours and application hours, because again, AimBetter all automatically online presents you, this is the problem, this is the root cause, and this is how to fix it. And then now we move to the technical side of the webinar. Yuda Lastri, AimBetter co-founder and CEO, will explain it with example exactly how we do this magical.
Yes, thank you very much. Just let's see, we see the screen. Okay. Okay, thank you. You see my screen? So, lunch. Okay, so nice to meet you all. Let me present myself first. My name is Yuda Lasri. I'm the CEO of AimBetter, but basically I'm with 20 years of experience as a DB architect, senior of SQL Server, and also manager of a DBA services company. And before something like 10 years, I got with the ideas that when there is a problem, I am only part of the guys in the table that give the solution, and I try to be much more faster and to collaborate with my friends more easier. And this is come when it's come the idea of uh, develop the AimBetter. So let's talk about the problem. Uh, so today, every DBA got his own solution. It can be his hands, some script or monitoring tool that you can use, like Redgate, SolarWind, and other stuff. And the system administration also can use part of the module of SolarWind, and you can use PRTG and other solution of monitoring. And the application guys can use also some debug application or some APM software to investigate the application side. And the security guy has also the solution of understanding the network issue and the security issue inside of the system. On top of all of these guys, you can find the CIO of the company or the CTO of the company. But basically, this guy is facing the front of all of the end user, and I think it's like this is like he is in the point that he's getting on the complaint. He's the guy that responsible to get the solution, and this picture, by the way, is our normal life, but actually the problem because we don't all the time collaborate with our friends in a well and get the information, and each one of them got his own tool, and we're missing the whole point. The big point is that they all got a fragmented perspective, and the time that we lose until we solve the issue can lead to lots of mistake. So we're trying to solve this problem, and I think we success, by the way, if we speak about numbers, with the AimBetter. So AimBetter is covering everything, cover the application, it's cover the database, it cover the infrastructure, it cover the network and the security. By the way, it's a nice method of picture that say that if you touch on an elephant, you can everyone can see one of the problem, but actually we see this is an elephant, and we direct each part of the guys if he needs to do something and what he should do. The first thing that they come up with an AimBetter as a SaaS solution is the security stuff. So let's start with that. AimBetter, it's a secure by design. Secure by design solution. It means that before you installing the AimBetter, we give you instruction how to create a user on a Windows or a Linux that cannot change any metric, any file, any security thing. It means actually nothing, and you can test this user to see it's safe. And the same thing happens in the database. We give you a script that you create it, and before installation the AimBetter, log in with this user to the database, and you can see that we cannot access any data, change any permission. And by that, I think it's secure by design, because any weakness that it might have in our solution will never touch your environment, because we are without any permission to touch any data or to change any setting. And the system itself also is pushing the information outside in one way from the server of the customer to our cloud, protected by Cloudflare. And then it's a push one way. And we also ask, by the way, only because we are secure by design, to close the inbound, because we only need to push information outside. And you can use also proxy and to look what we get out from the server. And remember, because we don't have any permission to get any data, you are very safe from the beginning. And the same thing happening in our interface. It's very secure. And I think because of that, we can say that many big company and unicorn, Monday.com and Facebook, one of the factory in Israel, and also a big retail company and a big vendor of an ERP is using our solution to his customer because we are secured and we are secure from design. So let's talk about technical guys who come here to learn. So let's look on this screen. Yeah, this is a familiar screen that I hope that most of you look, because when you have any issue, you get inside, you touch your hand and you try to investigate where is the problem. It can be that you come to this screen from the beginning, or maybe you are past one of the monitoring steps and then you get inside to investigate. Until now it sounds for you very normally, but actually AimBetter is reducing the times that you get inside in 90%, because AimBetter is not a monitoring tool. AimBetter, it's a real-time problem solving. It means because we get all the layers and we investigate it you, we clean everything. It means we can diagnose millions of information and only pinpoint you to the root cause of problem that you have at that time. And this is what is so unique in our solution. So I think standing on this screen, there is another aspect. While you are trying to solve it, it means that the end customer with the organization, the employee is not working very well. There is lots of loss of money because the operation is not run smoothly. And I think in any level, you don't focus in the business, you are only focusing on how to fix, what to fix, what to do. The second thing is that while you are trying to solve an issue and you don't understand where it is, you do things. It's been one of the playbook on each DBA is that you need to do update statistics, or to change a little bit of the configuration to see if it's released, or maybe to restart the SQL Server or the database in worst case. And also the IT guy got the playbook of raising up the CPU or upgrade some switches. And I think this is the part that it's all normal for you, but I think it's taking time. It's frustrating, and it can go get a damage, by the way, also. And this is all the thing that we try to save. It's this miss action because nobody understands where is the problem, and you do everything to solve it because you need to solve it as a technical guy. So look how AimBetter react. When the server is in 80%, you get inside of the dashboard, you see the 80%, and now come the magic. Yes, instead of show you lots of screen, we just pinpoint you to the root cause of problem. The system itself analyze the 3 million command, and then she get for you only the 5 or 6, in this case, yes, problematic queries. You can see that one of them is running 1000 time and run with the 300 millisecond, that it's a lot. And she got also a recommendation. And when you fix that, you're going to reduce in about 60% the CPU. It actually pinpoint you to the problem. By the way, in most cases, DBA cannot touch the query. Yes, you cannot change the query because the application needs to be changed the query. So you can pass it to the vendor and skip the DBA part. In part of the way, also the DBA is not starting from investigated. It can take him an hour. It's just jump to the solution. And I think this is the unique thing that we try to show, that we think that more than 90% of the time you analyze things, you investigate things, you change things, you check things, and if from the beginning you understand where is the elephant, you touch the right place. So this is one scenario that we're happy to show you. And also in the middle line, you can see some action that run almost 1 million times. So I think a human being cannot analyze 3 million commands at a time. It choose what to focus. But AimBetter machine learning, I think the ability of the computing and the cloud give us the option to analyze all of the command, and we can understand where to focus and to find for you the elephant. Let's move forward to the next scenario, application crash. Let's speak about that a little bit. Application, you know what it is. It can be mobile application. It can be also a classic application on Windows, and also web server application. And then think about the day that you start to write something or to do some action, and then the screen is crash, closed with the bugs, or just closed. Or maybe you have some problem on the night when one of the tasks was shut down and closed, and it's not something that come up from slow query or slow resources. It can be something that one of the parameter was getting by mistake, or the syntax was sending by mistake, or any problem that causes it's failed, and the application just stop to function or even crash because you don't have any treatment. So on the normal life, I think starting to fix this issue, it's a story. It can take days. It's been in most cases, you probably, if I found here in the crowd, IT manager, you told the customer to close the application and to open it again, and then you are now functioning like a close and open machine. And some of the time, even this step is not working, and you open a ticket for some developer or to the software in charge to be in contact with the application guy, and then he get or not get the DBA, or maybe he involve or not involve the IT guy, and probably he blamed the infrastructure that we have lots of customer and you are the only customer that suffer, blah blah. And I think this is the normal life, and I think instead of having all of this frustration that can take days, AimBetter is show you how to get it in a zero time, okay? As we promised from the beginning, we try to reduce all of the course information and to save you a time that you are going to reduce the IT time and the solve time in more than 80%. So instead of getting that, AimBetter, the time that this crash is happening, eliminate all the other thing because it's not important, show you at that time that you have some bugs. When you click on that, she points you to the exact code line with the exact username and the application and the host that run this command, and also explain to you why the screen was failed. In this case, we can see that the application is not getting very well one of the parameter and send it as null value, and in this case the database is blocking, and that's it. It's when you copy the script, the screen, send it to the developers, fix it, and that's all. You can skip the DBA time, you can skip the IT guy, you can skip the time that you open a ticket, you can skip the time that you are trying to connect to the server. We're talking about saving of hours and lots of people and frustration, and this is meaning to give a preventive service instead of managing a problem. Okay, so application, it's also something that it's not only related to server and not only related to database. Basically, it's the triangle of application. So it can be also a web server application. And I think, guys, that in this case, I think we get a complex issue when you have a web server. I mean, meaning web server, by the way, that you don't know who is the real user. It's mean in the database you can see only the IIS user. You never know who is the end user name. Even nothing from the database can explain to you where to get from the user complaint to the query that you run, or the code in the application that run. Very, very complex, and I think it's an impossible mission. Also, if you take the idea that if I look on the database on all the things that run, I will never understand that what I'm seeing now is 3 commands that run from one one request. It's mean because the database is running with the database query after query, and I cannot never understand that this batch of query that I see on Profiler is belong to one action, one request. So all of these things, I think it's something that get you to a big problem. And in real life, what's happening is that the developer wants for you a test environment, and this is taking time, lots of time, because you don't have an update environment in many cases. You need the time also to reproduce the problem again, because it's not happening all the time. And it's all of these problems give you to do lots of things that you don't want to do, like adding more CPU, upgrading servers, and even upgrade the software that causes you to a QA times. And think of all of the problems that happened from not understanding the exact solution. And I don't surprise you if you understand that with the AimBetter, this kind of a thing is immediately show to you like a glasses to see where is the issue. So let's jump inside of the application of AimBetter. So this is how in real time we are analyzing an issue of a request. You can see that the AimBetter immediately analyzes to you that you have a request that taking you 32 seconds. Inside of this request, you have many lines of the code. The code totally take you 1 second and a half, and the database take you 30 seconds. And also we can understand who is the query that causing the issue. It means we are actually can see all of the query inside of the request, as you can see on the left side. And also understand that I run 2 query. By the way, we can show you another sample of 10 query, and this is the problem that you have lots of query to the database in one request. But this is the nice thing. We already speak about the issue, and we have all the information from the first second, okay? Not from the first day and not from the first hour. And this is the big change that we bring. Hopefully that everybody understand that this thing seems simple, but it's something that you never had before. And I hope that you start using the AimBetter and you have it for tomorrow. But when you decided to start with us, it's always good to start with a story on the real life, because we are an IT guy and we always speak about servers. So let's talk about companies. So this is a nice case study of a big company. By the way, this company is sells and distribute cars of many models. She got hundreds of employees and many stores and thousands of customers. By the way, yes, we are the people, we are driving a car. And this company, by the way, she don't say with any budget. She got 2 databases with always on and synchronized and DR, and everything should function, but actually it's not. When they come and complain to us, they say that more than a half a year they try to understand what is the problem. The always on is getting the database to be not responding in a recovery mode. And because it's happening in both nodes, they cannot do any failover, and because of that they need to restart the server and disconnect the always on and fix the database, and then again to solve the issue after 1 or 2 hours that they don't work. And the problem come dynamic. It's been sometimes it's come after 2 weeks, sometimes it's come after 1 month. And the thing is that they don't know what to do. And all the nice consultant tell them that they need to move to the cloud, or they need to change the storage, or they need to upgrade the CRM version. And I just say it, yes, 3 simple statements, but think about the millions that I just said in these 3 statements, okay? People tell you to upgrade the server. Do you ever understand how much it costs for a company? how much time, effort, consulting, security, infrastructure, hardware, all the work, all the problems that come from the work is happening. But this company, before she going to start to do this massive thing, is try to find a solution, and then she heard about AimBetter solution. And the nice thing is that after we install the solution, it's happened again after 4 days, and at the minute it's happening, this is what AimBetter show. So AimBetter at that time showed that there is an always-on problem. She also showed that there was some table corruption, and when you click on it, we get the update statement that failed, and also the user and the host and the application. In the end, if you are a DBA, you understand that if you have on always on, it's not duplicate the storage. Each one of the node got its own storage, and the problem was that the secondary storage page was healthy, and all the time that they update the production, um, when they try to update the secondary, it's success, and in production it's fail, and then because of that, they always on get into a resolving mode, and because of that, the node is failed. But after they understand the issue, just fix the table, and it's never back again, and we have a great big customer that we save him millions. So let's see to who of you we can help with our platform. AimBetter is covering databases in the type of SQL Server and Oracle, also based on Azure, and also based on Azure RDS. I think it's cover more of the 80% of the world application that you use in the industry and an organization. It can be stand on your ERP, it can be stand on your finance, and also in part of the places in your main critical application. We also cover Windows Server and Linux Server, and the application of the IIS if you want to see the request analyzed. And by the way, we are very proud to continue and to start our expand in the GSA of United States. We have few customers in United States, and I think this is good opportunity that Israel can bring to the US market, and to bring a better communication between people, less employee that involved in solving problem, and efficiency, guys, efficiency. So every company that respect herself, I think we are very close in here what our customers say. So Gal from Sodexo, it's a big company that I think part of you is using her card for eating in the lunch. So actually he's saying that the AimBetter is giving him a new glasses, and I think that we really appreciate Gal for saying that. It's a free from a big ERP company that it's a retail company, by the way, and he is the ERP manager. So actually, he said that the AimBetter prevent bottlenecks before the client experience performs. They actually feel it. It's mean maybe you have the first problem, but then if you identify it very fast and you solve it after 5 minutes, you don't have a problem of an hour in front of you, of a day. It means you only damaged by 5 minutes or 20 minutes, but not days. Okay, and this is the big thing that is appreciate our solution. And Dan Schisman from a big distributing company that is spread all over 3 countries. He's an IT guy, an infrastructure manager, and he said that we actually give him a DBA capability, although he's not a DBA. And yes, in most cases, DBA in a company only do the investigation and the normal maintenance, and who is fixing the problem is the guys from the full stacks and developer. So think of that, how much you pay today on your services. I'm thinking that every one of you can go after of this webinar, see the invoices of the supplier that you work with them, and think how much you can save and what you can do with this money. And more of that, because this is the small money. I think the big money is how much you save to your customer and to your brand, and what it give you. It means save you an aspect of not upgrading, and not goes with the 20 cores if you don't need, if you didn't need only 8. Yes, think how many companies is upgrading the server and they don't need, and nobody has the courage to reduce it, and the company is paying for years of on something that they don't need. Now we go over a common Q&A. We try to be focusing this webinar. So the first is like AimBetter. It's look like a great tool, but do this solution is overload my server. So all the computing is happening on the cloud. We only take the basic information from your environment and we pass it to our cloud. And because AimBetter see everything, so we filter on the process tab AimBetter process, and you can see that it's not taking any and descending it to more than 1,000 customer that we have, and you can see that it's not taking any CPU, any memory, and in most cases, company that got more than 50 server also can put it in the agent in one server, the agent server in one server, 2 core, 4 gigabyte. You don't need to install the AimBetter inside every server in your organization. This is the nice thing. Yes, it's one installation to all server. One installation, it's mean 5 minutes from beginning of installation to getting the result. So it's not also a project to using the AimBetter, and this is very great also in this metric. Okay, so what AimBetter does in the security feature. AimBetter is not actually a cyber security tool, but she got touch security things. First of all, we are identifying a ransom attack protection. Let's say if somebody is opening a term inside of your server, some AnyDesk or TeamViewer, the system alert on that. And if somebody is actually got a login that can access the database and read something and try to update a table that don't have a permission, I don't know how many of you know that. All of the internal exception on security that happen after the user got a login, valid login to the database, is not written inside of any logs. So AimBetter see this information and show you that with this server, on this computer, with this user, that command, the user tried to run something and it's failed. And it's also good for cases when you upgrade the version and you don't have the right permission. And also for some nice employee that learn BI and try to learn inside of the company, but you don't have the permission. And the worst thing that you can ever think of, AimBetter is here to save you. And also on the web, we got also notification that somebody get into a page that you don't have a permission. The last question is about the license module. So license module, I think we get into the, if you get into the portal of the GSA, you can see lots of packages. You can take, by the way, for 5 DB server for 1 year. You can take a 5 IIS server. You can say POC that it's only for 1 month. So before you decide the annual license, you can take it for 1 month, and we get our support and our service included. And also we also give remote services. I know that you have the great DBA in the world, but we try to see if we can solve an issue with the AimBetter as part of the proof that AimBetter is pinpoint you to the right place. So in many organizations, they also involve us in the DBA part, just to see that when we're saying that some query is taking you 60% and you are a good DBA, it reduces the CPU in 60%. So we also give this service if needed. And I hope you enjoy I think we bring something very disruptive to the US market. I can speak about Israel. We started before 4 years. I think Israel, it's like a startup nation, got great brains and lots of product that develop around the world. As I said before, solar wind and the Idera and the AppDynamic and lots of great tools. But these great tools, it's tools for the DBA. This is not a tool that IT guy can use them. This is not a tools that a developer can use them. And also, if I can see another services of other metric like PRTG, it's not something the DBA used. And AimBetter is first of all give a tool for all of them, all of the guys, and it's very clear because it's clean you all the unrelevant issue, and she pinpoint you the problem that now occur. And I think enjoy it. This is the future, and thank you very much.
Great.